There's a lot of avenues, a lot of pathways. And we have in the bottom right, and I was on the wrong keys here, it is Liquid's Clem. Top left, it is MaxPax playing for Psystorm Gaming. This is a best of 5 indeed. Today the tournament is actually going a little bit later than I am kind of used to. The final starting at 1 PM my time. I hope I have enough time to finish the series, but if they go into 5 epic games I might need to run. Liquid Clem playing for Team Liquid. Indeed, yeah. I mean, you have to start somewhere. And System MaxPax playing for Psystorm Gaming. I wonder if we'll ever get like a real pro league up and running again. Like not the Chinese one, but a real one where they have like. So the big difference in the old pro leagues was in Casper Pro League specifically was that players, if they wanted to go to a different team, either there were actually transfers, right? So a team bought a player from a different team, or if the player leaves a team, they'd have to be teamless for a year. So I wonder if we'll ever get a structure like that back, you know? Which is kind of very professional in a way, that there isn't like no... Players just can't like go from team to team to team, you know? I think he'll make it one day. What will he make? Will Clem win against MaxPax as Protoss one day? Will MaxPax appear on a LAN event one day? Will someone make a Pro League again one day? Not sure. Clem make it big in StarCraft 2? I guess he already did, right? He's the world champion, so... Can it be bigger than that? He won the biggest prize pool ever in the game's history for a single win. So he's gonna trade the Adept here. Really wants to have that Reaper, I guess. You have to start somewhere. Well, okay, yeah, I mean, that was more on me because I'm starting somewhere as the commentator. Now I'm still reading the names. Eventually I'm gonna have them down, you know, when I introduce players. Now Clem is starting to move in here a little bit with this Reaper Hallion, but already down a Reaper is not really that big of a threat to MaxPax. He's going into a Medivac behind this and a Tech Lab on that factory. I wonder if he's gonna go Cyclone or Tank with this, but this Medivac is quite fast. And he has a Widow Mine, so I'm expecting him to go basically into a tank and just drop with a Widow Mine and... Well, he could drop the Hellion as well, and basically the Marines and whatever he has right here. But I don't expect him to wait for the tank. We'll have to see, though, what he wants to do. Is he gonna chase? It would be so crazy if he would be chasing that one Adept with a Medivac boost to try and drop the Widow Mine on top of its head and just explode it. And it would be even crazier if MaxPax identifies this and tries to get splash damage on top of the Medivac. So he doesn't just lose the Adept. Well, nothing like that did happen. The Medivac runs into a Stalker and is gonna get damaged here. Actually, a second Stalker also on the chase, trying to get that Medivac. Is that a train? Do I spy a train down there? Why is it stuck? It's not moving. This is a train, right? And it's just sitting there. It should be moving. There's no train station. You're stopping at the wrong part of town. Now Medivac is trying to move again here, and MaxPax wants to utilize his Stalkers offensively. He's going to catch these few units here from Clem, which is nice. Oh, lovely grenade. Bounces all of these Stalkers a tiny bit. It's going to buy a tiny bit of time here. Warp-in is going to be ready. Though only one Widow Mine in this Medivac, but yeah, you don't really want to lose the Widow Mine for only... the Medivac for only one Widow Mine drop, really. So I don't expect him to actually commit with this. He's going to let it hover there for a while. Now... he did go into a Raven, which I find a little bit odd. I mean, I like the Raven against observers. It's nice. It's nice for auto turret harassment. What I don't like it for is having it run in front of your army and just get sniped by stalkers or feedback. And what I also dislike about Ravens is not getting the interference matrix, because you can utilize it against someone like something like a War Prism to nullify War Prism Micro. You can Beast Mode Colossi. You can disable Immortals. There's a lot of usages. Well, that's a nice drop here. He's gonna get that. And he's gonna pick it up again. And he's gonna be safe. But moving in again is gonna be tough here. Now the Raven is just gonna go for some auto turret harassment here. Both players taking this game very, very slowly here. So third base just finally saturated here for MaxPax, going into these extra gateways. He's going into the Robo support bay here. And he's just roaming a little bit across the map. Meanwhile, Clem's just building up his forces. Very defensive setup for him. He's going into his extra barracks now before the extra command center. That means he wants to be very aggressive in just a little bit. I kind of want to see a Ghost Academy to make that kind of... It was very famous at one time of the game. I think during Heart of the Swarm, I'm not sure, but a 3 Ghost push against Protoss. That was a very, very famous, very common build and super strong. So you basically just get 3 Ghosts for 3 EMPs. And you kind of make your engage happen with those 3 EMPs. Now, Clem is pushing out. He does have Stim, he's about to have +1, he's about to have combat shields, he's about to have concussive shells. But MaxPax is already trading against this. Clem is starting to set up a few more things here. Raven is dropping another auto turret, he's still losing more units at the front line, and you don't really want to lose those units. Now MaxPax drop in as well. We do see SCVs being pulled with this. This is a big, big old boy pull here. Is he gonna set up some bunkers? He's gonna try to go in between of the natural and the third base and basically confirm the kill on the third and cut off rotation and push into the natural, potentially get foothold off that main base. Oh my god, if he gets another couple of tank shots there, unfortunately he doesn't. He's gonna set up bunkers now here in front. He's gonna kill the third base first. MaxPax is gonna evacuate these probes. The re-damage has been kind of thwarted for now, and Clem's just pushing across the map, so he's gonna full all in here. And MaxPax might have a good interception force here to cut off reinforcements. Now this is killed. And oh, Clem's chasing. Clem's chasing. The main engage is not happening yet. I think MaxPax is in a tough position here at home. He's gonna have trouble pushing out again. He's just losing infrastructure. These zealots are not going to cut it across the map. And yeah, Clem is just solidifying his position here. He's just reinforcing this more and more, even though the reinforcements as of now are not getting through. But I mean, what is MaxPax doing? He's remaking pylons. He's not making any additional colossi. He's warping in 6 zealots. He has probes. He should probably make a gateway here. But now he's just losing these probes to 4 marines. That's a big, big deal here. And I think MaxPax just simply cannot break this position. Now, he's trying to do it. Tanks are nicely targeted on top of these colossi, and yeah, the army is falling apart. MaxPax has to GG. Clem is gonna take the first map. Just like that. 2 bays all in here. Very strong push. He's gonna deny the scout with that Raven. And he will just throw his head against MaxPax. And MaxPax, unfortunately, wasn't a wall this time. He was more of, I don't know, what you... pudding, something like that, which you can penetrate very easily with a head. kind of, I don't know, man. Clem made that look easy, honestly. He made that look easy. He made that look like it's broken and you should nerf this against Protoss. And this was MaxPax. So yeah, honestly, that looked easy. And that's scary. If you have someone who makes MaxPax look that weak, it has to be Clem. That's actually crazy, yeah. Do we have everybody? I think so. Alrighty. Hop into the next game here. Next game is gonna be ley lines. In this best of 5, in the top right of ley lines, this man, Mr. Clem, is up 1-0 at this point. In the bottom left, it is MaxPax, has to bring it back. Now, can he also become a big one day? Or is he gonna be the eternal online warrior? Now, who will win this one? Curious to see. MaxPax, is he gonna play this different? I have not seen him yet utilize any DTs in his PvT today, and I mean, I only saw one PvT from him, but I kind of want to see him do some Storm shenanigans, to be honest. I feel like Storm is a little bit undervalued these days. Or early Storm specifically, in PvT. Now Clem again, blocking out MaxPax early scout here. He's even gonna save his SCV. Double gas. It's gonna throw down the factory. MaxPax, of course, with the cybernetic score before the Nexus. And he's just gonna go back. The scouting probe. Reactor here for Clem again. No second Reaper as of yet. Pretty sure we saw him make 2 Reapers before that add-on in the last game, so already indicating we're gonna see something different here from the first game. Now with Protoss you always have to wait until that cybernetic score tech is gonna start up, and most of the times you have to wait until that Twilight blink is done to see if it's actually gonna be Storm or is it gonna be Colossi or what AoE we're gonna see here. It's been a while since I've seen something like Disruptor drops or Colossi drop even though that sounds weird. Yes, it is a thing. It's actually quite strong, Colossi drop. It's not bad. Can make it work, but it's volatile against those early Viking openings, right? So you don't really want to commit your Colossi in a Prism against a Viking. Oh yeah, nice snipe here. Good interception. So the double adept is paying off for now. The golden elbow. Nice. Colossus drops straight out of Wings of Liberty. Yeah, and we sometimes still see them, but it's not like an opening. We sometimes still see them utilized because it just happens to be there in the moment, you know. But I still think you can do that. It's something you can still utilize, you can throw in. You need to get Prism speed though, because otherwise you're just gonna lose the Prism, right? Drop the drops seem more devastating indeed. They're more bursty, but they're also a little bit easier to, honestly, they're easier to dodge. The thing is, a disruptor drop makes a lot of sense if you plan a pressure at the same time. If you throw in 2 puzzles to solve for your opponent at the same moment, exact moment, and you just have like a bunch of zealots and stalker attack in the front, and you don't micro them at all. You just look at your disruptor dropping into the main base, and oh my god, killing 7 probes just like that is basically what you want to see, right? And that's why those Voodoo Mine openings are also so strong. You see the engagement here at the front where Max is microing, and then at the same time the Medevac comes in, it's gonna boost in, it's gonna grab a couple of a couple of probes here, and it's gonna walk out. And meanwhile, he also lost all of his pressure in the front. He lost 2 of the adepts. He has only 1 stalker left. Now he's gonna eat a shot from the tank. Is MaxPax in a slump? Ladies and gentlemen. Do we see this man slump here against Clem's Terran specifically? Is this just a... this is a 5 AM moment for both of them, and Clem is just having the better coffee time. He's gonna throw down a second bunker, but he doesn't even populate the first bunker. Big stalker blink in here, but he will still lose quite a few of those stalkers. In the end though, no, actually, did he? Only 1. Wow, that was quite efficient here. Very nice micro there with the Prism as well. Prism has 2 very low stalkers inside. Ooh, that was very good executed here. Clem tried to get up a second bunker. He didn't populate the first bunker. That was a big mistake. That +1 range definitely would have helped him quite a bit there. Now Clem trying to get a rekill here. Again. Oh my god! That could be the moment! I mean, MaxPax is engaging at the same time, but we need to see how many probes he's gonna lose first. Now he's working against bunkers. Another bunker gets populated here. He does kill a chunk of the key units, but he doesn't really kill any SCVs. 10 workers down. 10 workers down at this moment against Terran. In a PvT, the longer this goes for Clem, I mean, he's gonna make another tank, he's gonna probably throw down another bunker. He did kill the Prism. I mean, that's it. Dark Shrine. There we go, 3rd base, Dark Shrine. I'm MaxPax. I'm not gonna go down without a fight here. But can he actually make this work? He did kill the Raven, so there's no mobile detection. There's no turrets currently. Okay, there's an engineering bay. But there's nothing really for Clem except for these 2 orbitals that can potentially scan down DTs. And then you still need to kill them, but already throwing down a missile turret in the front line here. Clem reading ahead. Now he's gonna lose a tank potentially, but nice quick repair here on these gas SCVs. Still gonna lose it, but he might have to pay with the Prism. The Prism is gonna get taken down by the Viking. Oh no, the Viking! Ooh, quick evacuation here. Just the right amount of distraction there with the Stokers in the bottom. But he pays again with a few Stokers for that to keep the Prism alive. MaxPax aggression not really doing what it's intended to do. Now this is a push again here, another SCV pull from Clem. So with a +1 and combat shields and stim. So yeah, DTs. That might be the answer. He's gonna split DTs up, he's gonna spread them across the map, he's gonna walk into the turret, unfortunately. He's gonna stay alive, okay. And he's gonna go into the main base, instant turret reaction here for Clem, and I don't think he has a scan right now. Yeah, as we can see, there's no scan energy right now. He's trying to keep the turret alive, but he's losing a lot of units in the process. Now finally is gonna hit that scan. Is he gonna scan actually? Yes, he will confirm that kill. Now this is buying so much time. This push should already walk across the map. That's the difference from the last game. Now it's finally starting to walk, but he only has 2 scans. Oh, sorry, 2 orbitals and only 1 scan. So if you are MaxPax right now, you throw in again single file DTs, just like that. And he needs to scan that. So 0 scans. Is he gonna bring SCVs? Oh, we're not gonna see the SCV pull this time. And Clem has a big amount of army here, but there's again another DT here, ready to strike. No scan available. DT coming in from behind here, and he's gonna snipe the tank with that. That's the anchor for this push. He's gonna kill the tank here on the right. Boom, there we go. And now he's going to work on the bio. We have a couple of Widow Mines shooting at these Zealots here. Not that big of splash damage happening on top of that Proto Zombie. But Clem is just going to snipe the base. Just like that. He's like, alright, man. You get here. Now he's going to scan. Can he overpower this army? His bio is quite low, but he seems to have just the right amount here to overpower what MaxPax has. Oh my god, the Immortals are falling. Another round of Zealots trying to warp in, but Clem is gonna able to make the snowball happen here, and the power was just a tiny bit too strong. It was literally just, if MaxPax gets 10 more seconds, one more round of warp in for the first engagement, the whole thing looks different. Literally on knife's edge there. Whew. Stimp Marauder, am I right? Yeah, they are very good. They are very good, but you saw they were very low on health. They were just, I mean, honestly, if MaxPax just keeps, he probably wins the fight there with the Zealots. If he makes, like, you know, he had enough Zealots, maybe he still loses the fight, but he still reduces the army count a little bit more. But then, I mean, the reinforcements are still rallying in. He didn't pull SCVs with that one, and he still made it work. So you are down economy. You lost the base already. There's really nothing going for yourself. And he lost those 10 props, right? He was down like 30 to 40 workers at some point of the game. He was just already too far behind, basically, at that point. And even a non-SCV pull, 2 base all in, was enough to clear MaxPax from that map. Now, can he bring it back in Ultra Love? Each stim 20 HP is a pop. It's a lot. Or HP a pop is a lot. Yes, it is indeed. I couldn't agree more, but if it wouldn't be that much, it would be quite overpowered, right? Would be absurdly strong for Marauders. Now we do have Liquid Clem here in the top right and MaxPax in the bottom left. Oh, double barracks opening inside the base. Are we gonna see Reaper? I doubt so, but this could be a 2-on-1. He could also open Reapers, like go up to 3 to 5 Reapers. Try to play it from there a little bit. This is something I like, because it's Clem, and I feel like it's the correct way of him, from him doing this. He's still making that command center in a kind of normal timing-ish. And if you look at Clem's games, he has always 2 SCVs down chasing out that scouting probe, and he will sometimes be happy to pick up to 100, 500 or 550 minerals before he slaps down the command center, so he won't put it on the wrong location just to get it down faster. He will put it on the correct location, because he doesn't want to deal with that reset location, lift and shenanigans, stuff like that. So I think that's playing into his image. If you still see, oh yeah, I delayed the command center a little bit, blah blah blah. Well, it doesn't matter to this guy. You still don't know that this is a second barracks behind this, if you haven't scouted it. Yo, MW, good to see you, bro. 2 minutes in Protoss, already 5 workers up. Yeah, I mean, Clem did delay a little bit of his worker production to get out that second barracks, and the command centers are fast, that's why. And on the other side, MaxPax has only been chrono boosting probes. So yeah, he's up a little bit. And the Nexus was very fast as well. But this is the issue. Even if you're up 5 workers now, how much is it going to be in the next 5 seconds? I assume quite a bit less. Let's see though. He hasn't killed one yet and is getting pushed out, but we are seeing the snowball here to 4 Reapers already. Now, he could just kill the Stalker and then he can just kill the Adept and then he could potentially kill the game, win the game. No, he does not want to lose that Reaper, but the Stalker is going to pop on the correct side here. Now the Snowball is kind of denied. I think one more Reaper should hop into that main base, come from the north here. And is going to join this fight. Now can he kill another Stalker? He's going to lose one of these Reapers. And see those workers he was up? I mean, he's still up in the worker department, but... Oh, he gets another Stalker. I mean, he lost so many units. It's crazy at this point. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the workers. Can he get that Reaper out? Oh, that would have been injury to insult. Or insult to injury, or whatever it is. Both. And going into a 3 barracks follow-up from this. Now, we did lose 5 Reapers. We traded for 4 workers, 2 Adepts and 2 Stalkers. And the 2 Stalkers is the big deal. And he even remade another Adept. So yes, there you have it. Even the 2 Adepts were a big deal. Now, this is a blink opening with 2 Stalkers. He could have already had 4 Stalkers, which would one-shot Marines, one-shot Workers. As of now, he has 2 Stalkers. And he needs to double volley these guys. And now, of course, the Adept is going to be a nice addition here. But the Adept, if the Adept dies, basically, I mean, everything else also can just die here. You need to be careful, man. MaxPax is so aggressive with these units. Clem being a tiny bit greedy, I guess. But I think he made everything correct. And now if he just goes up on high ground, he has a Marauder in the mix. He does not have concussive yet, but the Marauder is going to connect. Ooh, the missile didn't. Now he has one flanking Marauder here. That was a cute maneuver. It's not going to happen though. Adept is inside that natural. Didn't really do much there. It's just going to die. So that potential with the shade for the high ground division is gone. That's a big deal. Now you can't pressure from this low ground position anymore. I feel like this was a little bit of a mistake by MaxPax, sending in the Adept like that, but he really wanted to get the pressure off his Stalkers so he could kind of position them again and grab that foothold on the bottom of the ramp. Now he's going to have the Observer join in here, and that will make things a little bit more healthy for himself. As you can see, starting to trade out the blink cooldowns. Oh, he was greedy on that Marauder. Nice pullback by Clem. It's going to keep the Marauder alive for now. He still does not have that medivac. He's trying to snipe the Observer. He gets the Observer another stim here to try and keep his units alive, but in the end he lost the Marauder. As you can see, his core carcass there fade into nothingness. Now can Clem snipe these Stalkers here from the flank? It does not seem like that's the case. He gets a few. He needs to start concussive. Oh my god, he kills 3 more Stalkers. Man, MaxPax is having no good starts here in the series at all. All of the early game has been all but Clem. And he's even thrown down a 3rd CC, saying like, alright man, we just play a normal game from here. I'm just gonna roam the map. You used to have map control. Guess what? You don't have it this game. Because my army is just so much more powerful than yours. There you go. Protoss is cooked, yeah, might as well be. He's even microing in the Marauders into the Medivacs. Now if he would just click that concussive shields already, Clem, could you do me the favor? There we go. He's gonna grab that one for himself. And that's gonna be so much helpful here in these. He's even sniping these Observers. Finally we have a Terran sniping Observers again. But nice force fields here to actually force some friendly fire there. Very well done by MaxPax. Is it gonna be enough though? He can still just lose the space. A couple zealots coming from behind here. He's gonna have to fight with probes. That's not a good time for those probes, man. They're trying to evacuate, but they just get killed. Now Stalkers are gonna die. Probes are now trying to fight, blocking zealots. Things are gonna stabilize with that one immortal, but already 12 workers down. We have the mine was seen. It's gonna get blink cooldown disabled here. But this is a bait. Look at that. It's a bait. Clem is utilizing this. He's gonna trade for some units. He's gonna shave off a few zealots. Maybe he can get an immortal. Oh no, the immortal is gonna get away. Another couple of widow mines. One is gonna get great connection on these zealots, but nice last second split there by MaxPax. In the end, though, he's still losing a few more zealots on the tail end of that retreat here, but he should be able to stabilize here in a moment. I mean, if he loses the Immortal again, that would be a big deal, but if he can keep that Immortal alive, I like his chances of stabilization. Now he loses the Immortal, but he has the War Prism. Micro is here, and Clem is acknowledging the fact, and he's gonna retreat for now. He's gonna let off the pressure a little bit, just a little bit. Can he snipe the prism? No, he doesn't have the firepower. He's lacking the marine count. The zealots are gonna be seen by the Widowmine, but not shot at. So the Widowmine only scouts the maneuver here. Do you guys think Widowmine vision range is too high? I think yes. Now Zealots are trying to go for a counter-attack here, and the bunker setup is not ready in the third base. Clem is reinforcing this with only 4 Marines. 4 Marines against 4 Zealots. For some reason this is working. It's a funny thing that this works, but it is working. And meanwhile we do have the big engagement here again on the Protoss army. Protoss third base under so much pressure, man. 3 bases against 3, not the position where you want to be as a Protoss, especially if you keep on losing your army. Oh my god, if you keep on losing your army. I mean, he's still making this work. He's still making this work. The War Prism is not working anymore. It just got cleaned by a Viking. Only 4 SCVs in the end did fall here to that 4 Zealot walk in. Widowmine vision should be the same as the Shade vision. I don't think so. The Widowmine vision should be the same as the radius they shoot in. They shouldn't have any more vision on top of that. Now, an Immortal is gonna get sniped here, but 2 Immortals did actually pack a punch against this Marauder heavy composition, so MaxPax is starting to swing this a little bit, but as the reinforcements do rally in here, the tempo is gonna again swing in favor of Clem. Force fields though, can they be the turnaround? I don't think so. Maybe they have to unburrow to see. Yeah, I mean, look at this, right? So they have a tiny bit more than they actually do when they are burrowed, but I feel like they even don't need that. They should be a little bit like tanks, right? Maybe even a tiny bit less than the burrowed vision. Like, then they can shoot. And MaxPax is gonna GG. Oh boy, there you go. Clem taking a 3-0, making me happy because now I can actually have food before I can pick up the kids. So, thank you everybody for watching.